So I'm happy to be here talking with Sanith Wijesinghe from MITRE and to talk a little bit about the role of data in improving experience for veterans. Sanith, please, good to have you, and could you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you work on?
Thanks for having me. So I lead one of MITRE's innovation areas called Agile Connected Government. We have 8 innovation areas right now, so this one is specifically centered on improving customer and patient experience.
And what you were going to be talking about at HIMSS and will be talking about in the future really is the role that data plays in being able to do that, to work across the various parts of VA, right? How do you think data can change that experience, improve that experience for veterans?
So I think there's several different dimensions to the data here. To first order, there is a lot of operational data that the VA has that tells you, how many applications for certain benefits were, at what time in the year, and all of that kind of insight needs to be complemented by the experience data, which sometimes is a lot less quantitative in the sense, how well did you feel, you were served? Was it timely? Did you feel that, were you able to get the answer the first time round? So there's another set of data which isn't as easy to access. Some of those are available as surveys. Those are kind of structured surveys, but sometimes there are unstructured, unsolicited comments that you also want to be able to capture. So there's a real challenge to try and integrate all of those together, especially when the operational data is diverse and kind of distributed across all the different administrations.
How does this work then when you have a population coming out of recent combat where you may have higher instances, as we know, of traumatic brain injury or PTSD, those kinds of complex health challenges? So
that's where some of the data analytics can try to come into play. The statistics bear out, the issue here where a lot of times, especially with respect to veteran suicide, the statistic you hear about, 20 suicides per day, a good 2/3 of that are folks who are not even in the VA system to start with. But how could you potentially identify them if, for example, you had their DoD records in hand? You might be able to figure out who might be at high risk, who should you reach out to in advance.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today and talking about this work, and good luck with it as you continue.
Sure.
We look forward to seeing what happens.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Sanith.